Now, children, we will see why we require organized activities and why movements, what is the relationship between, what is the coordination between movements, social and political movements and democracy. Why we require organized activities? All the people in the society cannot participate in political parties and contribute to social welfare. Some people focus on particular issue and pursue it. They organize people and try to pressurize the government to resolve that issue. They constantly follow up on the issue, build public opinion about it, and therefore put a pressure on political parties and the government. This type of organized activity is called a movement. Organized activity is the essence of any movement. Children, for movement, we are supposed to organize an activity. People, they are supposed to organize themselves if they wanted to take up any type of movement, any type of issue which they really want to put forth before government. All the people, they cannot participate. Some people are there who really wanted to put forth their issues in favor of social welfare. So some people, they focus on particular issue and pursue it. See, various issues are there. Not all the political party, not all the movement, they are having they cover all those issues. So some political movement or some movement, they concentrate on a particular issue. Understood? They concentrate on a particular issue. For example, if we'll take example, movement against child marriage. Understood? And dowry system, poverty, malnutrition. So particular issues can be take during this type of organized movement. Understood? So they organize people and try to pressurize government to resolve that issue. See, organization in any movement is very important. Unless people, they organize themselves, they come together, they are not going to the movement is not going to successful. So it is very important that movement should be done under organized manner, so that they will pressurize the government to resolve that particular issue. Now we cannot find a dowry issue because a mass movement was taken during 1980s. An act was passed. So this type of movement, in some year, in previous years, why something became so much successful? Because a mass movement was taken. Understood? People, they organized themselves and they put forth the issue in front of government. So that is very important. For any movement, we require organized activities. Understood? They constantly follow up the issue, build public opinion about it, and thereby they put a pressure on political parties and government. So it is very important. Public opinion is very important. Understood? This type of organized activity is called a movement. So movement is very important. The a type of organized activity for a social welfare cause, that is movement. Understood? Underline this line. This type of organized activity is called movement. Organized activity is the essence of any movement. That means activity or movement should be organized. Unless it cannot be successful, unless we are organized, we cannot movement cannot be successful. So organization is very important in movement. Understood? Now we'll see movement and democracy. Different social problems come under discussion through these movement. The government then has to pay attention to such problems. Leaders and activists of the movement provide necessary information about those issues to the government. Understood? This information is very useful for the government while making policies. Some movements aim at opposing a particular decision or policy of government. The right to protest is considered an important right in democracy. However, this right needs to be used patiently and responsibly. So, children, movements and democracy is very important. Different social problems come under discussion through these movement. Unless we discuss with government, political parties, they put forth this important issue in front of government and discussions are made. And unless discussion are not made, the movement cannot be successful. Understood? So proper way is need to be followed while having any type of movement. The government then has to pay attention to problem, because if movement is vast, if all the people they are organized, then there is no way to the government is bound to listen about those issues. Understood? because ultimately the aim of government is to develop society, to help people. Understood? So government then has to pay attention to such problems. Leaders and activities of the movement provide necessary information about those issues to government. So those leaders who are leading to this movement, they are supposed to put forth what are the main issues, what are the problem, what are the consequences, and how we are supposed to get rid of those problems. So they are, as a volunteer or as a leader of those movement, they are going to put forth before government, and there is a proper discussion. Understood? This information is very useful for the government while making policies. While making various types of act, the government is going to look after into these issues, into this movement. Why the people they have taken this movement? What are the various social issues? So while making policies, while making any act, the government is bound to look after these issues. Understood? Some movement aim at opposing particular decision or policy of the government. So naturally, if the movement is there, if anything which is not accepted by people, they are going to oppose that those policies. So government is bound to look after those issues. The right to protest is considered important right in democracy, because already we know that right to express your views, right to give any type of your opinion about any policies. So it is the right of the people. We can express freely about our views. So, however, this right need to be used patiently and responsibly. We need to do everything, all the moment, all these things, uh, they are supposed to do under a very responsible way, because ultimately this is going to benefit people at a large. Understood?